Hello guys, as we finally get back to the Mineski Pro Gaming League after, well, I don't even know, at least an hour long pause, maybe even longer, because Arrow Gaming, they decided to not have a full roster, or well, actually only one player of them for game number 1. So game number 1 was a forfeit, unfortunate for everybody, for the viewers, for the tournament admins, and of course the casters, us as well. But we are in game number 2, Insidious Idol versus Arrow Gaming in this group stage of the Southeast Asian qualifiers for the MPGL Season 6. My name is Coucher, and I am joined by Mito.
Yes, finally, we have the game going. Well, patience is a virtue, but finally we're getting what we wanted to see. And starting out, I'm wondering, are we ever gonna get some respect bans on the Tinker? We've seen what DDC has been able to pull off. Just some amazing feats with that hero. And Insidious Idol, they're gonna start out with the Razor, which is fairly typical, like looking at TI4.
It's definitely a strong hero that I actually think even before TI, Razor actually became really popular in the Southeast Asian scene. Both Arrow as well as Titan running it like 50% of the games, it felt like. But I mean, Arrow Gaming, they get their hands on the Ancient Apparition, so might we see something like a Tidehunter now as the second hero?
Tidehunter as the second hero. That would be fairly probable. It's kind of weird how we haven't seen any Tidehunter today so far. It'd be great to see that hero back in action. Tidehunter, it's a hero that's just so freaking tanky. At the same time, it's getting pretty fun to watch compared to before, I would say. Like the old Tidehunter, where it used to be a support, it was like very lackluster because, hey, what's a Tidehunter without levels and items?
Well, just a walking big-ass melee creep. Well, of course, now it is definitely better and all. They go for the hero. After all, they took some time, but decided that, yes, teamfight is what they want to have. And you're talking about the DDC Tinker. If they get the Tinker on top of the AoE that they would already have just from the Ravage and Ice Blast, it could be extremely devastating. Although then again, in Insidious Idol, they do have 2 more bans coming out before Arrow can go for another hero. And it's not like Arrow themselves, it's like, yes, DDC is a pretty strong Tinker player, but Tinker doesn't really fit into every lineup, and yesterday I do believe they actually had a pretty good chance to pick it up with a decent lineup, but they still chose some other hero which I can't recall over it.
Yeah, indeed. And looking at Tidehunter, do you know what hero comes to my mind? It's not Tinker. What comes to my mind is actually Kunkka. Kunkka and Tidehunter, they always had this kind of a feud going on. They hate each other, whatnot. At least that's how like the story goes, right? In every video you see on YouTube, it's like Tidehunter is always trash talking with Kunkka. But the two heroes actually work very well in conjunction with each other. Tidehunter pops a Ravage, easy Torrent, easy Boat, massive team fight, massive AoEs. They're great at ganking, so I would love to see it happen.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be too shabby. We already saw one Kunkka today. Was rather successful as well, of course, just setting up a lot of kills, X-Torrent combinations. And I wouldn't mind it. And actually, I shit you not, I just saw today a picture of Kunkka as well as Tidehunter just sitting side by side, almost hugging each other like friends. But a friendly hug, not a gay hug.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. A hug is always nice. What do you think Insidious Idol are going for next? So I like their starting out 2 picks as well. Razor, that hero, we've all seen what it's capable of. It dominates a 1v1 matchup. It's great in a trial lane. Ever since the strength gain increase from like 1.7 before to 2.3, that hero has been just ever so popular. And it's a pretty darn good hero up against the Skywrath Mage as well. Because every time you want to use an Arcane Bolt or whatnot, you're going to get purged. Because that's how Razor's passive works. And looking at the first 2 picks, they have a mech carry already, which could potentially be the Razor. They have lockdowns from the Shadow Shaman. If they wanted to push, at first they'll have the wards, later on they'll have the Aghanim Scepter upgrade for the Razor. So they have just so much to play around with.
They definitely do. I mean, Shadow Shaman is just such a good hero overall. I don't think we've seen like any games when the Shadow Shaman hasn't been either banned or picked for a long time by now already. But Arrow Gaming actually banned out the Bristleback as well as an Earthshaker, and going for a Vengeful Spirit themselves. So do you think, are we even maybe gonna see a carry revenge here?
Carry Vengeful Spirit, I would love to, but I'm doubting the likelihood of seeing that hero. And another thing I actually want to point out is Arrow Gaming. I feel the strategizing behind the lineups is somewhat reminiscent of what most top tier teams like to do. As you can see, earlier today, the teams that were on the dire side didn't have as much emphasis on the Roshan as they possibly could have. But right now, Arrow Gaming, they have the Tidehunter, they have the Vengeful Spirit, and these minus armor reduction, it's going to be great. One of the big Roshan's weaknesses is that once you remove the armor, it dies just significantly faster. So they are definitely going to be playing around that. And what they need right now, I feel they have the small scale lockdowns, so the ganking potentials are pretty sweet. At the same time, they have the big team fight with Tidehunter. What they need right now is some kind of pushing as well as tower defending capabilities. And in fact, Insidious Idol, they're gonna whip out the Tinker and be like, yeah, Arrow Gaming, we've seen your Tinker. It's our turn now. We're gonna show you how it's done.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's a pretty decent enough time to go for the Tinker. Definitely way better than just picking it in the first phase and having the enemy team counter it quite a lot. But Arrow Gaming, they only have 2 heroes now to go for. And with the Ancient Apparition and the Vengeful pick, I do believe they have something specific in mind. Although now seeing the Tinker, they might have to just change it around. They still do have room for a Spectre, wouldn't be too bad for them, I think. Although you would just have to farm up quite a long time for that hero to become actually a powerhouse.
Oh,
But
indeed.
Vengeful Spirit, how well do you actually think he's gonna work against Tinker?
I wouldn't be surprised if a Lycan is actually picked up though. Vengeful Spirit works great against Tinker because, hey, a Wave of Terror gives you great vision, and then you have a swap, and swap is, the cooldown is fairly low, and just being able to see the Tinker, instantly swap him, and preventing him from blinking away, whatnot, that's gonna be so useful in catching him out. Traditionally, like the way you deal with Tinker is if you don't have heroes that directly counter the hero, you just have to smoke up and wait for a bait, or you put wards off of the map.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, and wow, Arrow Gaming, their decision was just, let's go Juggernaut, no Storm Spirits, no Clockworks, nothing fancy like that, just a Juggernaut. I mean, to be honest, it's not too bad, you can just Omni Slash the Tinker, completely tunnel vision him all the time.
Treant Protector.
Juggernaut. Juggernaut is also a pretty good counter towards Tinker, but generally Juggernaut fits into a pushing lineup. The reason being, hey, so what, you have much of the machines, so what, you have the rockets, you spam them out, but the healing ward will regen my entire team back to full HP. And once we start sieging your towers, there's absolutely nothing you can do. You can go back, rearm, refresh whatever skills you have, come right back, but we ain't stopping. But with a Treant Protector plus Tinker, that is just freaking nasty. Treant will guarantee the tower stay alive for a long period of time, since there's nothing that really chips away at the living armor from Arrow Gaming's lineup. So they have that going for them there. Plus, the living armor is going to be so crucial in saving his teammates, because if we look at it, Vengeful Spirit, Ancient Apparition, they can deal roam, and they do tend to deal roam quite a bit. And it might just keep the Tinker alive, it'll keep the Razor alive, and a fragile hero like Shadow Shaman, he's going to be in the mix for a long time as well.
Yeah, he most probably is, and looking at the last band now, Clockwork actually was banned out by Arrow Gaming themselves. Them, of course, having the Tidehunter for that role already, whereas Insidious Idol did ban out a Death Prophet. So just don't want to deal with the silence and oh, we're gonna see a sniper. I saw one yesterday as well, I do believe it was Arrow Gaming, but they did lose that game versus Rave. But Insidious Idol now, are they just... Okay, Beastmasters to pick for them, but do you think it's just gonna be offlane Beastmaster, or are they going for an aggressive tri-lane, like I do believe they did versus Milk?
Well, this lineup, they can do anything they want, absolutely anything. They can go aggressive tri-lane, and Treant Protector, Shadow Shaman, Razor, freaking strong. Beastmaster, he's gonna be matched up against a Tidehunter if that's the way they want to do it. That's a pretty okay matchup. It's gonna favor, I would say, the Tidehunter a lot more. But Beastmaster, you can always stay behind, throw your axes, use the boar to last hit, use the hawk to scout for runes, and essentially, it's not even that necessary for the Beastmaster to get really fat. As long as he gets his levels, then Tinker will be able to port around on the hawk, and find potential pickoffs everywhere and anywhere on the map.
Yeah, it's such a sick combination, to be honest. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to personally cast a Beastmaster Tinker combination. I do remember seeing a Visage Tinker combination, and that was just absolutely devastating. Familiars just going off the map almost, just coming in from the side of the trees on the side lanes. Suddenly, there's a Tinker, Dagon, dead heroes, and I'll just rinse and repeat.
Well, I was about to cry. It's like, no, even more pauses. But it's okay, it's just a quick toilet break, and we're good to go once again. So,
do you think it was like, sorry, player toilet, and then the other guy was, nope guys, it already happened, let's just play.
yeah man, for a second I thought it might be how Insidious Idol want to get back at Arrow for a little bit for making them wait for an entire hour, but that was just a regular toilet break, I suppose.
Yeah, Arrow themselves actually heading for an aggressive try at the moment. Mozo on the Vengeful Spirit, leaving Johnny to play the Ancient Apparition and Lance. On that Juggernaut, who has boost of speed as well, although they get spotted out, but it's a bait at the moment. Look at Chegasaurus. Oh, come on. Of course, Beastmaster doesn't have any slow, so nothing he can really do to help out. Just look at Lance and Chegasaurus. They're so close yet so far away.
Man, it's funny, right? Like in Dota 2, you can't see those trees, but logically speaking, right? They should be able to see through the gap between the two trees, right? But that's the way Dota 2 works. A lot of things just don't make sense. Empty bottles are heavier on the courier than full ones. And people eat trees to regenerate their HP. Don't know how that works, but that's
That makes
Dota.
perfect sense, man. It's nature.
And wearing one shoe is more than enough, right?
Of course.
Just
I
the
mean,
boots of speed.
I think it's like so-called scientifically proven that if you walk around barefooted or barefoot more, your immune system is actually better. So, only having one shoe, it makes you more resilient.
But some heroes don't even have feet.
Well,
Why
no
does
feet,
Shadow
no
Fiend
problem.
need-
No feet,
Oh,
no
man.
problem. Then you can just throw the boot.
Alright, so let's look at how the matchups are going right now. We have a very early rotation from Mozum running around with a haste rune. And I think it's kind of noteworthy to mention that just how many players actually started out with the boots of speed. Razor, Beastmaster, Treant Protector, Juggernaut, as well as Vengeful Spirit. That's 5 boots of speed right off the bat.
That's pretty damn sick. And actually, Arrow, they went really deep in attempt to go for just Ysera's Razor. Of course, a hasted Vengeful Spirit he could easily get in range, but Lance, as well as Johnny, not as lucky. But they're putting a lot of pressure down, of course. It is a dual lane after all as well, since Neltharion, he's just rotating around, but even this got spotted out by this Observer ward here, by the Radiant, or the Dire side rather. So, Treant Protector, is he going to be able to just make his rotations worthwhile?
Oh, it'd be interesting. I think he might be able to go for a career snipe. And this dual lane at bottom though, it's somewhat scary because I don't see how Ysera's gonna be able to survive as soon as Mozen's stun lands. It's almost a guaranteed kill. I mean, the chilling touch damage plus a spin from Lance. Man, just too much damage.
Oh, top lane, Treant Protector was smacking the Tidehunter a little bit. Tidehunter didn't use his Anchor Smash that time around. Oh. I mean, that battle would be pretty sick to be honest, although Tidehunter with the Anchor Smash would definitely come out top in the end.
Well, here's a matchup we haven't talked about so far. Mid Sniper versus Tinker. Who should have the upper hand? Or is it just gonna be a dead even fight?
It should be rather dead even, I mean. Unless there are support rotations, I don't think Sniper should fall down to Tinker. Because with his take aim, he should be able to stay far enough back. Although, actually at the moment, he has yet to put a single point into it, so has the shortest range that the Sniper can have at any single point in time. And maxing out Shrapnel instead, so maxing out the push for them.
That's pretty good. If the Tinker he went for maxing Laser Rocket, he would definitely dominate this matchup. But at the same time, it would slow down his economy significantly. That's why people don't do it anymore.
Courier Snipe, not gonna happen. The Blueberry Knight, now Sniper coming in with some right clicks as well to Neltharion. It's like, my Courier, get away, man.
What a bait. That is a cool looking courier though. Down at bottom, how are things going? Wow, it's definitely heavily favoring Arrow. Lance, he is wrecking them last hits in. He already has 14 in 3 minutes in an aggressive trial lane scenario. I feel that some help is needed towards the bot lane, unless they prioritize the Tinker. Tinker though, he doesn't really need the help in this lane, I feel. All he needs to do is run a couple of marches, stack up a couple of camps, get his boost of travel ASAP, then he can come and help bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely not too hard for Tinker to just lay down March Machine, get guaranteed farm. Sniper, yes, he's trying to spam out the Shrapnel pretty much as well. But Shrapnel versus March Machines, the Tinker definitely wins that fight.
Oh, it's funny. Yesterday I was actually playing ability draft with my friends, and that's exactly what we got. Shrapnel versus March of the Machines. And like you said, it goes very, very one-sided in favor of March of the Machines. If you put all of the damage from a March Machine on one unit, it's over 5,000. Whereas Shrapnel, not so much.
No, almost. Close second, close second. But we still see Zero actually having picked up an Invis rune now. But it's not like the Invis can actually help him accomplish anything at all on his bottom lane, apart from maybe getting XP freely.
Well,
So,
he's getting less than 1 last hit per minute.
no man, this aggressive tri lane has been just a huge success, and I mean Tharion, he's level 2 in the Treant Protector, but he really hasn't accomplished too much either.
Yeah, indeed. This roaming Treant just has had no effect so far. Went for the Korea Snipe, didn't work. Went top, traded a couple of blows with Tide Hunter. Didn't really affect him at all. This Tide Hunter is sitting at the top of the last hit chart. He's not getting stopped by any means. I think what II really needs is to have this Tinker be online ASAP. Start making the rotations around, putting harassment on all 3 lanes, freeing up some room for his teammates.
Yeah, and actually smoke breaks, and did you see? He's just gonna run away, or is he actually comes back for a few right clicks, but straight. Well, he was one hero that didn't start with boost of speed on the Shadow Shaman, and now they're just effectively losing every single lane.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna come back to haunt them during the mid-game. What can they potentially do at this stage? Should they be stacking up for the Razor, maybe so that he can use the Plasma Field later to clear some neutral camps? What are their options right now?
Well, I mean, definitely stacking isn't too bad. Tinker, of course, can get those faster boots of travels as well there. Beastmaster can farm them up relatively well. And actually at the moment, he's maxing out Call of the Wild, not the Wild Access. So just wants the best Hawk possible.
Yeah, indeed. Once you have those, level 3 is actually more than enough, because you do get the Greater Hawk upgrade, and with the Greater Hawk flying around, then we expect to see Tinker getting in some really sick positioning, run those March of the Machines all over the place, and using the rockets to completely zone out Arrow. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, I just don't see any means for Insidious Idol right now to come back in the game.
Yeah, they're definitely not getting anything done, and actually the supports from Arrow are rotating around at the moment as well. Choni is in the mid lane, just hanging around with the sniper. But top lane, I do believe they just want Xiangsai to catch Shagasaurus with a Ravage, Magic Missile to follow up from the Vengeful, and hope that it's gonna be enough for a kill. But Shagasaurus, he's just playing it so safe at the moment, knowing that the supports are nowhere seen on the map.
Right now, Shagasaurus, his Hawk is all the way at mid, just scouting out for Chu, but without the Hawk at top protecting him, he might get caught out by the Vengeful Spirit. Oh, he's getting real close. Oh no. Oh no. He gets
to get
caught.
the right Magic Missile does connect as well, but he's still pretty damn tanky. Should be speedy enough, and well, that was actually kind of a letdown. He was, I mean, it wasn't even close. 300 HP.
And in a moment of panic, Neltharion, he actually uses the living armor on the Glaive Thrower instead of the Beastmaster. So a bit of a misclick, but Glaive Throwers, man, the models are just simply quite big, and it is rather easy to misclick from time to time.
Oh, bottom lane, Ysera lands level 3 Blade Fury coming out. Is it gonna be enough to get the kill? A few more right clicks, Ysera is not gonna be fast enough, and finally we see the first blood.
Wow, first blood happens at almost 8 minutes in the game. That just goes to show, like, both teams. Well, for Arrow, they didn't really need to get the kills. They were dominating all 3 lanes. But we do see the inefficiency coming out from the supports of Insidious Idol. They've been rotating around time and time again, but accomplishing absolutely nothing. And hopefully this mid gank on DDZ might just be successful. But no, he is too smart for it. He rotates out of the lane. Actually, no, he is just going bottom to get the rune. Oh man, imagine if the rune was at top, what could have possibly happened?
Oh, they might still get something, although Tidehunter definitely not a prime target. 1k HP, level 2 in Kraken Shell, even a Ring of Passy giving him extra armor, and well, you were saying that the ganks really haven't been working out for Insidious Idol. Looks like even now they might not work, although there's no vision. Arrow, they don't know that they're moving top lane unless they have Spidey senses, so Mozun, a level 4 Vengeful Spirit, I mean, it is actually the easiest target to kill at the moment. And will they get the slow? Yes, they will leech. It comes out Ysera stealing the damage, but he's going for the TP out. He's gonna be successful as well. Oh my
no.
god. No.
Wow, nothing is working out for Insidious Idol. They couldn't even kill a level 4 Vengeful Spirit, and that was a 4-man gank. Oh dear god. And right now, nobody dares to face up against the Juggernaut down at bottom. They know whoever TP's in is just gonna cop a full Omni Slash to the face and then probably eat a Blade Fury after. And right now, they just don't have any answers to Arrow.
Oh man, Arrow. It's just, to me, their performance here, I mean, yes, they aren't getting too many kills, but they're getting a pretty nice amount of farm now, getting the tower as well. I mean, 3 of the top last hitters are on their team and by a pretty substantial sum as well. It's just them throwing away the first game, not even showing up properly for it. It makes it even sadder because they're just doing so well here.
Yeah, it's a very unnecessary forfeit there, but they are showing us why they're a team that managed to go to TI4. This performance right here is just incredibly strong. They're playing the cards like perfectly, but it's also a little bit unlucky for Insidious Idol. That gank at mid, if only the rune was at top, it might have changed.
Ysera, Magic Missile was used. He has a haste rune as well. Can he actually dive this? I think he needs some extra lockdown, and now DDC just starts bullying him in return with some right clicks. Tower mid lane. Insidious Idol, they do not want to deny this. They have the living armor, but will it be enough? Shrapnel is taking it down. Nope, no living armor came out even once. I guess it wasn't cooldown on heroes, probably.
Oh, he used it on the mid tower earlier, but it was right when the creep wave got to the tower. So the creep wave just instantly removed it. Plus, he's so under-leveled. He's okay, but 10-minute level 5, they definitely need a bit more than that. And right now, who is really suffering? Look at Z-Red. He is level 3 on the Shadow Shaman, 11 minutes into the game. Well, he's level 4 now, but he's still extremely far away from that level 6 Mass Serpent Wards. And if they want to go for some push or some counter pushing, it's absolutely crucial for him to hit the level 6 ASAP.
It most certainly is. And actually, Arrow Gaming, if they ever want to go for a Roche, it's gonna be even faster now because the Medallion of Courage is flying out to Mozun. So, -6 armor in addition to the Gush as well as the Wave of Terror.
Oh man.
And Tide has a mech as well, so it's just looking so good. Looking at the graphs earlier on, a 5k gold lead, well, which dropped down a little bit actually XP, quite a lot. I guess some stacks were farmed. So still a 2k XP lead as well, but Tinker having the March of the Machines, the push was, I mean, they might have gotten 2 towers, but getting any more now will become just significantly harder.
Now is a pretty good time, I think, to look at the golden XP graph. Wow, so 12 minutes in, it's already over 5,000 in favor of Arrow in terms of gold. And for XP, well, it's actually crawling back a little bit more for Insidious Idol. They were down by around 4,000, but now it's back to 2,000.
It's not too bad, but Arrow, they're just powering through. They pop the mech as well, March the Machines. They don't care about it, or do they? No. They back off for the timing. I thought like Juggernaut might just go YOLO slash.
Oh. He's definitely gonna have the YOLO slash later on, once he finishes the Aghanim Scepter. That's a pretty big upgrade, and honestly, just having the healing ward really negates a lot of what Tinker brings to the table at this stage of the game.
It's pretty nice, and now they really want to go. The Omni Slash comes out onto Shagasaurus, but he's still alive. He pops to make the Tide, and actually the Ravage catches free the Blade Fury. Does a pretty substantial amount of damage. Now Ysera. Assassinate was used, but lands. He can't run away, or can he? The healing ward keeping him alive. Shred, he comes in, Ether Shock, Hex. And in the end, a 2-for-1 as Shadow Shaman also bought back.
Wow. That's really interesting. I think the healing wall was placed way too late. It might have kept his teammates alive for a little while longer. But nonetheless, finally, Insidious Idol, they can sit back and just farm a little bit. Get some crucial items and levels on their heroes. Wow, DDZ, he is a true baller. Just walking around with the double damage rune. He wants to kill. And is he going to be able to find anyone? Nope.
Just a little bit too slow. I mean, even the Sharoshan might even catch him, Neltharion coming in as well. They think better of it. I do believe they sighted out the Vengeful Spirit there as well sitting. But at the moment, Tinker has his blink there now as well. So actually that fight was pretty huge for him. Shagasaurus has his mech finished now on the Beastmaster. Shred, still not level 6 yet though. But one thing is that the Beastmaster going for mech, Ysera going for the BKB, but oh, Primal Roar onto Xiang side, damage being stolen, Wild X as well, Hex up, Kraken shelled out, but Shackle still keep him in place, lands the Blade Fury, will it be enough? Shagasaurus' mech is there, but Shred, well, he just gets shredded, and now Ice Blast is gonna fly, Shagasaurus does get caught, and this gank just went sour in Ysera, even he might not make it out of this. Wave of Terror comes out, and yep, DDZ, he's gonna have enough for Razi. Oh, he just trades his life.
Oh no, but let's see what happened there. Vengeful Spirit kills Razor first. So he was still alive for the XP, so that's always pretty good for the sniper, I suppose. Man, we just witnessed just how tanky this Tide Hunter can be. That was what, 4 or 5 hero gank on a Tide Hunter. It took forever to bring him down. Just having the mech and that hood and just having the Kraken shell in place as well. They just couldn't take him down fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we've seen both teams trying to just force a fight and actually coming out the losers in that. So, looking at the graphs again now after these fights, although Chu will get some nice gold from the jungle camps which are stacked a little bit, but still a solid 6k gold lead. Now XP lead back to 4k as well. So Arrow is definitely going in their favor, even farming up a triple stack of Ancients themselves with the Xiang side, not taking any damage at all from the Ancients. It's ridiculous, like literally 0 damage.
He's having a great time. Well, after this camp, that might just be the completion of the hood, and once you have the hood, that he just gets that much tankier. And I don't know, if you were on the side of II, would you even bother to try and take down the Tide Hunter? Assuming he has already popped his Ravaged, and the answer has to be a no, right? After he pops a Ravage, that's the most crucial spell. And
yeah, I just don't think they have it in them to bring him down. He has a Hood of Defiance now as well. Where's the damage gonna come from? The best choice for them is just try to bait out the Ravage as well as they possibly can. Maybe like 1, maximum 2 heroes getting caught with that.
Indeed. Well, seeing Treant, right? Earlier we also witnessed a Treant, and that didn't work out there either. It seems like Treant at this particular version, maybe we're only looking at too few games, but there is this feeling that this hero has really just fallen off and doesn't really cater to the play styles of this patch.
I think it's more than just a feeling. It's
right.
stats don't lie, stats don't lie, Vito.
Alright, this hero just completely flopped. It can't do anything right now. And, well, what does he bring? He's stacking up Ancients. He's good at scouting, so maybe that was why they picked him. He has an ulti that goes through BKB, but there's no burst, no damage. And if we look at pretty much TI4, everybody gets like extreme high burst heroes such as Skywrath Mage, DK loves to play the Lion, etc. And right now, where's the burst damage from Insidious Idol? I just don't see it.
Yeah, they just completely lack it at the moment. I mean, Treant Protector, the hero can definitely have its uses still when you have a really hyper-aggressive lineup, I guess, like Night Stalkers or Weavers, diving towers and what have you, Living Armor keeping them alive. But Arrow, of course, I mean, first of all, Ancient Apparition Ice Blast slowly takes down the Living Armor already in itself, if necessary. Blade Fury completely wrecks the Living Armor, so against Blade Fury it doesn't help at all, pretty much. It's just... it's a little bit weak, although we may still see some pretty nice overgrowths by him, stopping Arrow's initiation or at least. Maybe if not completely stopping it, that's slowing it.
Somehow though, I have a feeling this is going to be a long game. I'm looking at, say, over 50-60 minutes. Because looking at the heroes from Insidious Idol, going high ground it's like mission impossible without proper items. Or unless they get a full-on team wipe. Beastmaster just throws his wild axes. You got much of the machines, you got Plasma Field, you got Ether Shock, and of course you have the Treant just healing up the towers.
Yeah, Xiangsai
How's
just
that gonna work?
needs to go for a Blink Dagger after he finishes his pipe, which he has enough gold for now. 18 minutes in. Arcane Boots, Mech Pipe. It's pretty sick. And oh, do they want to go for a smoke? Yes, they have it. And oh man, the Hawk just died as well. I was like, they're gonna smoke on top of a Hawk. But Hawk just expired, although he has another one as well. And these Hawks, pretty good. And there's a gem on Tharian as well. So in Insidious Idol, they're just completely gonna at least attempt to play the turtle game. And if this gets to the like super late game, in Insidious Idol, it's not like there'll be super bad off. I am just a little bit afraid that the Razor might not get the farm that is necessary for him to compete in late game.
Well, this sounds a little crazy, but I always feel that if their lineup, even though they weren't doing that well early on, once they get the levels, like say the Shadow Shaman hits, whoa, wait a second, what's happening right here? Ah, Z-Red. Wrong place at the wrong time.
But he is
No
still
saving
pretty low,
him.
might lose his ages if he's not careful. He runs into Chu. Actually still right clicking with a laser, finally gets a kill, but Ice Blast, a little bit off target. And they're just in a corner at the moment. Wild Lexus play as well. But Chu will get caught. The Omni Slash comes out, Magic Missile to help out a little bit then. Easy kill, Overgrowth only onto one lance. Pops the healing ward. Oh, nice micro off it. A little bit too late though. Mass Serpent ward. Kill it off. But in the end, I mean, Tinker down. Who is going for a Bloodstone as well? What do you make of that?
Oh, that's what that was what I was about to say. I was thinking about Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter is like the ultimate counter pushing / pushing capability. Like the skill itself is ridiculously good. Having 4 rockets and an ultra long range laser. In games where they have the pushing power, say they drop the Mass Serpent wards, they can just have the Tinker completely zoning out Arrow gaming. And for holding high ground, it's the same story. Having the Aghanim Scepter, the 4 rockets, sure, you've got the pipe and the mech, but how much can you really negate? So if I run the...
Oh,
no,
Xiangsai pops his mech and pipe shred. Blade Fury. Just he's dead. Guys trying to Shagasaurus as well. Will they pop the Ravage? Do they want to do so? Oh, swap! Magic Missile! Some sneaky plays. A little bit too over-eager though on Lance. Leeches it up. Oh, his ultimate is gonna come off cooldown. He's gonna get bursted down before though. They just went way too deep. Could have gotten the tower, but now Living Armor might just heal it back up to full.
Wow, yeah. Anytime they can't take a tower, it's gonna get regen back up. And back to the point of Aghanim Scepter. If you have Aghanim Scepter, right, then even if you have mech and pipe, how much can you really negate? So mech, what does it give you? 250 HP, right? The boost from the heal. And pipe, it negates 400. Essentially, after he uses the rockets 3 times, the mech is gone, and so is the pipe. That's pretty scary, and if you don't block it, let's see how much it does. Rocket does 325 magical damage, 3 times, that's over 900. Almost 1,000 magical damage to 4 heroes.
It is definitely pretty damn scary. And actually, I mean, Aghanim Scepter give you a pretty nice amount of stats as well, which you do get from a Bloodstone. It just doesn't give you that mana regen, although Tinkers, they don't really rely too much on mana regen anyway, because they just go home to regen up there. So
Yeah,
I'm still hoping as well to just see that one Aghanim Scepter. Every time I see Tinkers picking up the point booster, I'm like, please Aghanim Scepter, and it just never happens.
Oh well, it's a pity. But Bloodstone, there are several reasons why people get it. Not only does it offer you a lot of stats, so you can spam, and the mana regen, even though it's not as important, like Tinker is more about having a huge mana pool that you can use, but it does help quite a bit. But ultimately,
Oh, mid-lane Blink Lance! He got the Blade Fury before the Primal Roar though, and now can he get out? The Mass Serpent wants to get the block, Hex to follow up as well. Shackles will be there, but Ice Blast, how many is he gonna hit? He did some free. Oh, Assassinate Red. He's probably gonna go down. No, Living Armor. It's gonna block the instances of the damage. Beautiful save. Shagasaurus though, gashed up. Xiangsai, no Blink unfortunately on him. So they will just leave with the Juggernaut down.
Wow. The biggest thing about the Bloodstone on Tinker is that if you die, you'll respawn a lot faster, and I would say that is the biggest thing about having the Bloodstone on a Tinker. Sure, the suicide bonuses are nice. You get vision, it heals your teammates, but Tinker in the late game, it's a hero if you get caught out, and your buyback is like what, 120 seconds, and you buy out and then you die again, then game's over. But if you have a Bloodstone charge, a Bloodstone with charges like say over 15 charges, you respawn within say 15 seconds or so, and the game will just keep delaying and delaying and delaying until you get 6 slot. Well, you can even go above and beyond that. You can go for a 12 slot Tinker. Just have your courier ready with say Refresher Orb for the BKB, and then have your Necro Books as well. Manta style with Radiance. It just goes on.
Yeah, it's something you can definitely do if you get to that stage, but now Insidious Idol, they've smoked up as 4, Tinker acting as the bait somewhat. Lance though, they need to get the perfect initiation again for him to not get the Omni Slash off, and they're gonna go in. Primal Roar is there, no Blade Fury this time around. Pops the mech and the pipe as well. Can you get the Ravage? Yes he can, connect some free heroes, but Ysera with his BKB activated, stealing a lot of damage from Lance, and actually, he's just, how many damage did he steal? Actually 98 only, level 2 Static Link. I think it's one of the first times I see Static Link not getting maxed out.
Oh wow, indeed. What is he really afraid of? Why doesn't he need maxed out unstable current? Well, for the movement speed, perhaps. But other than that, I don't think there's
He actually went for trades as well, so maybe that's why. Usually you would just go for face boot. But since he went for trades, maybe feels like he needs the extra movement speed faster.
But face boots, you move faster. I don't know. Maybe we can ask him after the game if he's willing to talk with us.
Oh, maybe. Unfortunately, we won't have any more games with him, I think.
Ah, that's a pity.
But now, the tower still under heavy siege. DDC, of course, exploiting his range advantage. Can they heal the tower back up? Can they defend it? Heat-seeking missiles. Starting with the spam, but tower now Chu, he goes in aggressively. Laser onto DDC, who activates his BKB. Nice swap onto Ysera as well, but the purge onto Moson. Can you actually make it out of here? Somehow the Omni Slash finally comes out. The Tyrant drops low, but will he actually go down the Blade Fury? But oh my god, the Overgrowth keeping everybody in place, and Chu just in the sidelines. Monster Machine spam, Ysera BKB activated. It is a 2-4-1. Oh, Ysera actually gets caught. Oh no, no he doesn't.
Man.
He did? Oh, never mind, he did. I tried to click on him.
Unluckily.
Not
Oh
working.
man. Yeah, it's somewhat unlucky that Insidious Idol, even though they have a lot of spread damage, they just don't have the instantaneous burst. If you look at it, there's so many heroes with low HP. Well, the Juggernaut, Lance, he is below 1/4. And, well, Tidehunter, before he used the mech, he was fairly low as well. And it's a pity they just don't have any hero that can close the deal, seal the deal. Tinker, though, he is making his way towards there. Already having the Dagon 1, so that's always good.
But Lance, he has a Desolator now on the Juggernaut. So it's gonna help, of course, TDZ with his physical damage output, who has himself a Maelstrom and Mjolnir to be finished in 300 gold. Or actually, never mind. He has it now. He sold something, don't know what it was, but Magic Wand, I guess, something like that. But man,
Probably.
Arrow, looking at the graphs now, a 10k gold lead, around 8k EXP as well. I mean, it's definitely not insurmountable, but 26 minutes in, there's just so much weight on the Tinker's shoulders.
Wow, indeed, indeed. That's why this Bloodstone is so essential. If he dies, he can respawn much faster. And I'm just looking at our chart for a little bit, and Gabiko, you're saying the graphics aren't that great. Maybe you should try the in-game. The in-game, the graphics are absolutely amazing. And because when we stream, we do have to turn the quality to a little bit lower setting. Otherwise, it might just affect the stream quality.
Yeah, it's not only that, it's 720p instead of 180p, of course, that already affects itself. And I mean, if you're watching in high quality or medium, source, whatever, that also affects a lot. And the encoding, it just doesn't allow it to be as great even with a superior PC. It will always feel better on your own computer.
It'd be amazing if we can start streaming in 4K definition.
Well,
crystal clear. You
maybe
can see,
someday
like,
when we start actually making money from this.
wow, it'd be funny if you can even see like the zits on heroes' faces or whatnot. But right now, I think this is another time where people have gone back into farming mode. Looking at DDZ, he's farming the Ancient. Tinker is just farming their own jungle, so looking at the goal graph, 10,000 in favor of Arrow. XP graph, it's the same story, 10,000. How is I gonna be able to come back? What's the comeback mechanics? Just having an ultra fat Tinker?
Ice Blast is flying straight, might be in some trouble, does not get hit though, but lands. He wants to go aggressive, he gets hexed up, he's ward trapped as well. Will the shackles follow? The pipe, the mech, they actually get him out of there. He has the face boots. But man, that was cutting it really close.
Oh indeed, but if you don't kill the Juggernaut, it doesn't mean much because the healing ward is gonna regen his whole team right back to full. The power of the healing ward is we're witnessing it firsthand here. I want the Tinker to go for a really fast E-Blade though, because that could potentially be life-saving when the Juggernaut Omni slashes.
Yeah, and actually it's a little bit weird. Usually you see like take on level 1, then picking up at least a Ghost Scepter to avoid that, especially if there's a sniper right-clicking away at you as well. So we'll see how well it works out for him. As sniper, Mjolnir finished, but the spam is real. Mozon, he actually already had to TP back once and come back in. But he's already dropped solo just from the casual damage of Insidious Idol.
Imagine if you have 4 rockets instead of 2.
That would be pretty sick. Especially since Shagasaurus, at least most of the time, has the Hawk to actually provide them vision. The last time, both Hawks were sniped down by the sniper, one right click for each.
Let's see what's happening right now. Arrow, they decide to go back into the Roche pit. Makes another attempt at Roshan, and this time there's no stopping it. It's definitely going down.
That was fast. And DDC, just look at him, Shagasaurus. He's gonna get right click down, maybe assassinate to follow up as well. Leaving armor, it's not gonna be enough. And that is one easy kill, and now Omniscience comes out as well. They do kill off the Vengeful Spirit, they got into lands, he Blade Furies up. Overgrowth keeps him in place. But 3 extremely fast kills. And looking at the buybacks, only the Tree and Protector has it, so 35-second window when Razor and the Beastmaster are down. Oh
man, not only did they lose their heroes, but that's a gem of true sight that they lost right there. It's still sitting here, nobody saw it, so maybe Insidious Idol can use a courier to pick it up. Man, the Aegis is still good, so Arrow, they're gonna continue their push, and well, Tinker is gonna what he does best. Just run them marches, hopefully stall long enough for his teammates to revive, which is only a couple of seconds away, so tier 3 is still looking really tough for Arrow Gaming.
Yeah, and just look at this tier 2 top lane. I remember it being at around 100 HP, maybe even dropped down to like 70 or so. And it's just the power of Living Armor, although the Living Armor itself only just healing up that tower, I do not believe the pick justifies itself. I mean, the overgrowths in general overall haven't been too bad, to be honest. But yeah, just the overgrowth, yes, it keeps them in place, but since Insidious Idol so far they kind of lack the damage to actually kill off Arrow properly, then just keeping them in place will either help you disengage a little bit or just delay the fight out, which in the end they have been losing anyway.
Yeah, indeed. I just feel they need a lot of items, say like Ghost Scepters, Force Staffs, just things that can help each other out. Ghost Scepters would be fairly nice as well, up against say the right clicks from the sniper.
But Shagasaurus, they get Johnny Blink, Hex is their primal roar used, but only on an ancient position Xiangsai. He has the Ravage as well, will he pop it? They're going for an Aetherion lands, Blink in, there's the Omniscience, Ravage comes out, actually hits Red as well, just on the edge. But Ysera with the BKB, even with that, the physical damage is just a little bit too much for him to handle. And now, it is a 2 for 2 so far. The supports have gone down for Arrow and Xiangsai. They need to eat his way out of the trees. Or rather, out of the wards, and well, it didn't go that bad for either side, to be honest. Both lose, only the supports.
Did you notice though, Lance, he has a Blink Dagger on top. So, there are several ways to use the Blink Dagger. It's my favorite, personally, is Omni slash jumping. You Omni slash one person, and then like you just blink over to the next one. Or you can just blink out and TP. It's heaps of fun.
And actually, he just picked it up like 2 to 3 seconds before the fight began, as was the case for Tidehunter's Shiva's card. So it was a really good timing for them, for the courier to just come out like that.
Shiva's guard. Oh no.
Shiva's
It's
card.
Tidehunter. He's already unkillable. Now he's gonna be the ultimate tank. He stands there.
30 armor.
And, oh man, 30 armor. If I remember correctly, that's roughly like 65% magic physical damage reduction, right?
Huh?
No, okay, I'm actually looking at it right now. Physical damage resistance, yeah, 64%. And his magic resistance, 47%. And that is just... it's hard to deal with. It's hard to swallow.
And now Sniper picks himself up the Eye of Skadi as well. I mean, the right clicks, they don't do too much damage, but the attack speed is there just from the Mjolnir already. The power threads, as well as Drums helping out a little bit. So just getting those headshot procs will be the damage. Some lightning procs on top of that. But Eye of Skadi, the Kite Fest, it's gonna be so strong at the moment. And Razor, who is in general pretty speedy, 400 movement speed, even he's just gonna have a really hard time coming into or just exiting a fight.
So the question that I have to ask is, who can actually close the gap? Alright, so Shadow Shaman has a Blink Dagger. He can always blink towards a Sniper, but Sniper probably doesn't care. He'll probably just kill you before you can even do anything.
Although, but Tinker, he has a take on level 5. Will it be enough? And you can look at Netharion, but the sentry came now. He might be in a lot of trouble if he runs in here. And as you go in, pop down an Observer Ward, which gets killed immediately.
Whoa!
Tinker spam, man. Tinker spam. But DDC, look at the range! Look at where he's attacking from.
He doesn't care about the march. He's like, yeah, your march is good, but I just stand outside range and just take this tower.
It is so sick. Man,
He definitely doesn't care about anything.
I'm for sure hoping to see more, and now
Oh,
we just look at the
Stegosaurus.
headshots as well. Oh my god, they're leaving the Ice Blast fly. Will it actually connect the target? Yes, it will. That will probably invoke the Shatter. He goes down, no buyback for him, but Sniper, he paid with his life. They got the Blink initiated, they gone into 5 into Xiangsai and lands. Omniscience has already used Neptarian, almost brought down, but 40 HP saves him, Mozun. Defensive swap and Xiangsai. I mean, he's a pretty damn tanky. Shiva's card activated. They go for the Treant Protector, living armor. Oh man! Will they catch Ysera? Tidehunter Ravi just for that one hero, and now Chu! Oh, he blinks out. Thank god for him. So, healing ward on cooldown. March the Machines is there. I think the Rex are safe.
Oh, they are for now. But once again, oh wow, that was an instant burst from the Tinker. Well, but once again, we witness the tankiness of the Tidehunter. That's precisely the reason why you don't want to chase this guy first. He just takes everything you have to throw at him. What was it? We saw at least 2 Dagon 5 used on him, and then a couple of rockets. He's still standing strong. In fact, he even baited out the Razor enough that he waited for it, and then he turns around, uses the Ravage, they kill off the Razor. So, Tidehunter, the true tank of this game.
Yeah, and he finally has himself a Blink Dagger as well, so he can actually initiate for their team now. And with the Blink Dagger, he maybe even be able to just catch Insidious Idols completely off guard and Ancient Apparition. He's had the Aghanim Scepter for some time now and picks up a gem for their team as well.
So after that big defense, how are the team standing right now? Gold, wow, it's over 15,000 in favor of Arrow, whereas XP, it's close to 20,000 XP experience advantage for Arrow Gaming.
I mean, it's just Tinker, he is farming extremely well, actually number 1 in net worth overall, only 1k away from the E-Blade being finished. But it's just Arrow Gaming, they have 3 farm supports. Tidehunter, he just completely tanks it up all in the front line if necessary. Of course, at some point even he might have to invest into a BKB if this game goes in like extra 10-15 minutes or something. Because the Tinker is actually getting scary already. Take on level 5. I mean, the Sniper, he didn't even have a chance to activate the BKB. Blink Hex from Shadow Shaman, Dagon's to follow, and he was done for. And
wow.
They're still camping for it. Red and Chu. Can they actually get the EDC? They go in, the Hex is there. Will the Shackles follow? But a nice swap by Moz when he came in with his own Blink Dagger and Red. He goes down on DDC. BKB activated. Can they catch Chu? The Ice Blast will be off target, and Chu, he blinks away. Can blink again? Oh, even lays down a March the Machines. But Mozon, what plays by the Vengeful?
Man, truly sensational right then and there. Wow, that instant reaction. As soon as his DDZ gets hexed up, immediate swap. He pays for it, but
Oh,
just
but
some beautiful plays.
Extreme Protector was trying to be sneaky, and they find Chu as well. Blink by Lance. Does he have the Omni Slash? Yes, he does. He's gonna go for it. Will it be enough? Necrobook's activated. Ghost Scepter on Tinker as well. Actually, it's not nearly enough damage. Mech popped by Shagasaurus, but Xiangsa, he's there and he has the Ravage as well. Blink, unfortunately, already used. He gets the Ravage anyway. Tinker gets caught. Another Ice Blast to fly, and he will most likely go down. Assassinate does finish the job, but he's back in 10 seconds. No biggie. Bloodstone in the making.
There's the power of the Bloodstone.
But look at the gold he
Instantaneous.
gave up with this death.
1,000 something, right?
Yeah.
1,255. He could have suicided, but he chose not to. I felt like it would have been pretty good if he did.
Oh, but Johnny! Tinker! Oh no. Whew. I felt like he's gonna jump in, but Sniper would have been waiting for him there as well. But Xiangsa taking Roche solo. Who is tankier, the Tide or the Roche? Actually, Roche is winning at the moment, I think.
I think Tide is tankier, but Roche has a lot more damage.
Okay, well, I guess. No? I don't know, man. I don't know, but Roshan, he's gonna go down. Friends arrive, Mosen with DDC is there. Who's gonna pick up the agents? Actually, DDC has a Satanic now as well.
That's actually really, really smart because they already have enough damage output. Juggernaut, look at him, almost has a butterfly. All they need to do is tank through the burst that Tinker has to offer. Who else does any amount of significant damage from Insidious Idol? No one really, apart from the Tinker. So all you need to do is aim the Tinker, survive through his burst, then it's gonna be a swift sailing.
Shagasaurus, they spot him up, but he gets the blink just before the Shiva's card touches him. Although he might still get caught, Mosen with a haste rune will get the Magic Missile. Actually, not even going for the swap. Ice Blast is there. Not even necessary. DDC. I mean, he's beginning to do a lot of damage.
Oh man. Yeah, Sniper with the Vengeance Aura. He's sitting at about 260 something. Let's see, 266. Oh yeah. I actually managed to count today.
Wow. My pipe gets popped. They're gonna farm out the Mass Serpent Ward immediately. They did no good at all. And of course, Healing Ward is down there as well. Healing up land, just barely in range. And are they gonna go in? Xiangsa, he wants to go. Chu, assassinate into the Ghost Scepter. There's the Omni Slash. They get the kill and lands now. He's dropping low, but he gets out of there. Gets away from under the tier 4. Blinks out, but now Chu, he is back. Can they do it? The Overgrowth is there on 2 heroes. TDC though. PKB activated in Altarion. Gonna get assassinated. TDC double kill for him. Chu. Kashi's there. Actually, what? Didn't he get Kash, but still blinked out. Never mind me, but TDC loses his ages. Shackles up onto Xiangsa as well. Dagon does get the kill. Not as tanky as they need him to be, and TDC hexed up. Nice swap once again by Mosen. Will it be enough though? TDC Mjolnir activated. Might have enough. Static Link is there. Ice Blast comes out, but he shrugs it off with his PKB. And actually, they defend. A 3-4-3. Tinker did have to buy back though, but once again, up to 11 Bloodstone charges. And they could have just gone for Rex. Would have been much simpler.
Oh, definitely. A lot of overextension from the side of Arrow. And that Tinker buyback was just so big. Oh, he's gonna get another solo kill right here. Oh, and that's a gem on the floor. Somebody has to pick it up. Tinker doesn't have any item slot for the gem. The Korea's flying out. But the buyback, look at it. His Bloodstone charge is back to 12. It was worth every bit of the buyback. They took out their ages as well, so the Rex stands and everything is good. It feels like we're back to square one. In fact, we might even have to give a little bit of an edge to Insidious Idol.
Well, it might be too far-fetched at the moment because he still lacks a BKB. And I do believe it's just one champion from the Tide Hunter catching the Tinker with the Ravage, and it's probably gonna be it. Juggernaut to follow up and TDC of course, but I mean, they've been doing it so far, and Arrow, if they just overextend one more time like that, then the Tinker is just gonna have his next item as well quite easily. And actually, speaking of his next item, what do you think he should go for?
Definitely Scythe of Ice. I don't think there's any better items that cater to their needs right now. If he has a little bit more control in team fights, then, well, what do I need to say here, right? Like, if Tinker can already instantly burst down someone, and he gets a Scythe of Ice, he can, anytime he sees two heroes, let's see the Juggernaut and the Vengeful Spirit at bottom, he can instantly just go down. Scythe of Ice, Juggernaut, blink over, instantly kill up the Vengeful Spirit, rearm, and then pick up those Juggernaut as well. And of course, if you just want to push straight up.
Shagasaurus, the Hawk is flying, Chew comes in as well. They want to go in, but he's gonna get slowed down. And Fire, will he have enough? He has to pop the Urgoff. He's waiting for the Shagasaurus. Gets the Primal Roar finally, but DDC, the BKB is there on the young side. Pops his Ravage, actually catches the Shadow Shaman and Chew, but Chew, he was far enough away, so Tide, he goes down. He's definitely not unkillable yet if he's just caught by 3 heroes. And, well, actually Shagasaurus somehow makes it away as well, but man, 1 for 1. Tide Hunter for 3 and Insidious Idol, they win the fight.
What's crucial here is, does Tinker have buyback? No, he does not. His buyback is on cooldown for another 3 minutes or so. Oh, this is really, really big. It's all about, will the Tinker survive?
Yeah, and straight he goes in as well. Hex, they want to kill DDC before the cheese, but Omni Slash comes out. Oh, poor Shadow Shaman cheese. They do get it out though. Tinker is still alive as well. Oh man, Rex. They need to keep it alive. Living Armor is there. Of course, Living Armor stack's already gone. And Lance with the Desolator. They finally claim those Rex as well for themselves. But Chew keeps on harassing Lance. Has to back away with the Blade Fury. But mission accomplished.
Oh, indeed. Finally a Rex for Arrow Gaming. But it's not time to breathe yet. It's not over. This Tinker, he's just getting bigger and bigger every minute. Already with 16 kill, 3 death. 373 last hits. He is a beast right now. And how do you deal with a beast mode Tinker? You gotta throw everything at him. I just feel like if Arrow Gaming, someone could whip out a Scythe of Vice, can actually get to the back and be able to scythe up the Tinker and burst him down, they have to do it. Another option is have the Vengeful Spirit buy an Aghanim Scepter or something. Or just get to level 16 by the very least. So his swap range is 1200, so they can even potentially pick him off before the fight even happens.
I mean, to be honest, I would have thought that like eventually if he blink should definitely have enough range to catch the Tinker. But I guess the Tinker has been waiting for the perfect opportunities when everybody else is already engaged in the fight, and then just jump in and start wreaking complete havoc. Or just drive by, like come in, buying Ethereal Blade Dagon and back off as fast as he can.
Indeed. Wow, but this Tinker is causing so much havoc for Arrow Gaming. If it wasn't for the hero, Tinker, this game should have been over ages ago. I bet there's gonna be a huge swing in Golden XP graph. Actually, I'm wrong. It's actually, the gold is actually 25,000 in favor of Arrow Gaming, and XP, it's also 25,000, so my predictions were wrong. I thought Insidious Idol were crawling their way back into the game, but Arrow Gaming, they're still doing extremely well.
Actually, DDC just got himself the Manta style, so Illusion's trying to do something. Tower down to half HP. If they get second Rex, this might be over, but Shankside just keeps on getting the Dagon time in the face. BKB activated from DDC. They kill Shagasaurus before the ultimate comes out. They get Shadow Shaman and now Chew. Gonna get slowed down. Actually, the Swap is there as well. They pop the Ravage just for him mostly. But Gisera, even he gets caught. Omniscience comes out. Tinker, no buyback for him, man. This is finally the GG.
Wow. So it has been a pretty long drawn out game. Like the inevitable was coming since the early game phase. It felt like Arrow just completely dominated. But then Tinker, he gave us a little bit of hope. But ultimately, Arrow just played phenomenally, except for the dive at mid.
Yeah, the dive definitely was a bit overeager by them. And of course, just we bore witness to that. A solo Tinker, he cannot just go up against 3 extremely farmed enemy cores. It was close. I mean, he did as well as it could be expected of him, I think. But just 1v3, it's not happening.
Yeah, indeed.
But this is not the last game of the day either, because Arrow Gaming will still have to face Milk. And actually at the moment Rave has the best standings. Arrow Gaming, they've tied in 2 games. Insidious Idol, they've also tied in actually 3 games now. They tied against Milk as well, right? So yeah, Insidious Idol, they have 3 ties, so they should have like 3 points. Brave have 5 points, and Arrow Gaming, they're also sitting at 2 points at the moment. So they have to win unless they want to tie break with Insidious Idol, which in case I don't know what's gonna happen, if there's gonna be another tie break match or what, but we will see, guys. The next game will be Arrow Gaming versus Milk. Should be coming up in about 25 minutes time at 22 SGT, 16 CEST. So guys, stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and if you liked us, be sure to follow us everywhere. The links, all of them, are below the stream as it is.